Welcome to the midnight broadcast of Sinister Words. I am your host for the evening, the jaundiced narrator. Have you ever felt the desire to cut the tag off a mattress? Or cross the street when there isn't a crosswalk? The urge to break the rules is in each and every one of us, and we often satisfy that urge without consequence. But not tonight. Tonight, for our inaugural episode, I will share with you, dear listener, the tale of the cursed list of library rules. Sit back, relax, close your eyes, and enjoy this short dip into a puddle of terror. Here is the cursed list of library rules. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled deep in the woods, there was a quaint little library. It was old and dusty, with books lining the walls from floor to ceiling. But the strangest thing about this library was the list of rules that hung on the wall. The rules were written in old-fashioned calligraphy, and they seemed innocent enough at first glance. They were things like, return your books on time, and don't damage the books. But as the night drew in and the moon rose high in the sky, the list of rules took on a sinister edge. The librarian, a kindly old woman named Mrs. Granger, had warned the townspeople about the list of rules. She told them that it was cursed, and that anyone who broke one of the rules would suffer a terrible fate. But the townspeople laughed it off, thinking it was just an old wives' tale. They continued to borrow books from the library, ignoring the list of rules on the wall. One night, a group of teenagers snuck into the library after hours. They wanted to play a prank on the librarian, so they decided to break one of the rules. They took a book off the shelf and threw it across the room, laughing as it hit the wall. But as soon as the book hit the wall, the list of rules began to glow with an eerie light. The teenagers felt a cold wind rush through the library, and they heard a low, menacing growl coming from the shadows. Suddenly, the shelves began to shake, and the books flew off the shelves, pummeling the terrified teens. They screamed in horror as they tried to run, but the doors to the library slammed shut, trapping them inside. The list of rules spoke to them in a deep, menacing voice. "You have broken the rules," it said. "And now, you will suffer the consequences." The teens were never seen again. Some say that they were dragged into the shadows by the cursed books, while others believe that they were transformed into the books themselves, doomed to spend eternity on the dusty shelves of the library. After that night, the townspeople never laughed at the list of rules again. They made sure to follow every rule to the letter, afraid of what might happen if they didn't. And the library, with its cursed list of rules, remained a place of fear and horror for generations to come. That was the cursed list of library rules. This has been the midnight broadcast of Sinister Words. Sleep well, dear listeners.